So this morning I'm here at the park it's actually like a forest, so I'm just here to do my morning walk and also later to see if I can forage for some berries like blackberries and stuff like that. Blackberries or any other berries that I can find. Yeah, so come with me this morning and let's have a walk. Hope you enjoy. So still walking. Most of the berries that I've seen, the blackberries, they're all dried out. I think I waited for too long. I should have come last month if I really wanted to harvest something, because the ones I've seen, I think I'll show you later, they're totally dried out. So that's a pity. Maybe very few, which I'll just eat off the plant. There's no point of trying to harvest them because it won't be any much yield. But yeah, I should have come last month. I would have had a bountiful harvest. Oh, but I can see some mushrooms. I've seen some mushrooms. Let's go in here. Yeah, mushrooms. I don't think these are edible, but I'll just show you the mushrooms. Here. See? Mushrooms. This one has been eaten by some animal. Hi guys. Hello. Some more mushrooms. Oh, they're plentiful here. Ooh. Something called, oh, look at them. I was told I'm not a very good forager for mushroom, but one of my friends told me if I see some animal has bitten into it or eaten it, I think someone here was trying to test. You can see this one has clearly been cut by a knife or something, by some object. So that's a human being, I think, who was trying to test. You see, like this one, my friend told me if you see one that's clearly been eaten by an animal, that means it's probably good for a human being. And the colorful and more beautiful ones, stay away from them. Those are the most. You see, someone here was trying to check. Let me try and focus. Focus, you see? Someone there was trying to cut it with a knife, maybe to try and test it. But I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know what results they came up with. But I was told the more beautiful they are, the more horrible they are, poisonous. And if you see an animal has eaten one of the mushrooms, you should look for those ones. Those are the most likely to be good for human consumption. Ooh, and look at the fern, the moss. So beautiful in here. Let me show you a 360. I'm literally right. Let me try and focus. I'm literally right inside the forest now. I'm off the trail. So there. Totally off the trail. It's so beautiful and quiet and peaceful. Go slowly. I don't want to make you guys dizzy. So nice. Peaceful and mushrooms everywhere. See what I was telling you earlier? Most of the, let me try and focus. There, can you see? Most of the fruits have dried out and very little, if any, is still left on the tree. Try and focus. Can you see? I'm gonna eat this one. Can't see it. Not the sweetest. Let me try and pick this one. Not bad. But everything else is just dried. Very little was spared. go this way. So let's talk about keeping and maintaining a healthy lifestyle, like my YouTube channel's name suggests. Walking or exercising is very important, as we all know in our daily lives. Most of us just choose not to, or we are just too lazy to do it. For me, I would recommend maybe brisk walks, maybe half an hour to 45 minutes max every day, evening or morning time, or in between your lunchtime, whatever time that you can squeeze in, and just walk. It's very good for mental clarity. It's very good for keeping yourself strong mentally and physically. And yeah, if you can even walk a little fast so that you can even break a little sweat, is very good. Sweat is it's a very good way of also detoxifying the body, because through the skin, and that's also very good for you. And also when you walk a lot or when you exercise, it's also very good to hydrate with water. Drink plenty of fresh water to keep yourself hydrated. So for me, I'd recommend, even you don't have to do very rigorous exercise. If you're really into that, well, good for you. A little bit of strength exercise is good and important. Is good as well. But if all you can do is just walk, go ahead and do it. Walk for 30 to 45 minutes every day. It will be very good for you. Just try it. I love the sound of rain. So an interesting development. I just bumped into a couple that were collecting mushrooms, and they had a bucket full of this type of mushroom. Let me focus. This type of mushroom. Let me pick this small one. You see when you touch it, I don't know if it was this, it leaves like an orange feel on your hands, like an orange pigment on your fingers. And they told me that's the edible one. They had a whole bucket full of it, like this one. And some of them were even like green in the middle. And I was like, are you sure? They said, yes, that's the edible type. So let me see if I can find any. They were around this area, so I'm sure they picked all the good ones. But I'll just keep looking to see if I can just find one that I can show you. All right. Mushrooms. Beautiful. So that was an interesting walk. I managed to walk for like an hour and a half, which is good enough for me. And then now it's time to go back home. I actually managed to forage for some. I met a couple that were foraging for mushrooms, and I kindly asked them if they could let me look. They had a huge bucket, and I asked them kindly if I could look inside the bucket to see what kind of mushrooms they were collecting. And they had all these orangey looking mushrooms. Like if you touch them, they leave like an orange pigment on your fingers. And I was like, ee! And I was asking them, like, I don't think their English is very good, so we had a little bit of a language barrier. But they told me that they are edible and they are very good. So I was like, oh really? So clearly they had a whole bucket full of them. So I was actually almost done with my walk, so I decided to just go back into the forest and try to see if I can find a few more of the same type of mushrooms that they were collecting. And I did collect a few. So possibly my next video I will be trying to cook them. Hopefully they're not poisonous. Hopefully they're not toxic. So I collected a few. I'll show them to you when I get home. In my next video I'll probably be cooking them, so hopefully we'll be able to see that as well. So thank you guys for coming to me. Thank you guys for coming with me on my morning walk. This is my morning detox routine walk. I like to exercise every morning or every evening, and it's very good for my mental health and very good for my physical health as well. So thank you guys. Please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to share and like my videos. And thank you very much. Bye and see you later.